guys, are you ready to get back to some more One Piece? All right, so we're going to go into some more...
No more filler. I'm tired of it. There's nothing but sand. It's uncomfortable. It's hot. No, I'm done. Give me the fucking main plot.
What, you didn't like the Umbrella People, or you didn't like the fucking the shitty rebel armies for the last episode?
Get it out of here.
Oh, okay, fine. Well, I mean...
Give me the plot now. I know you have it in the bag. Give me the plot.
I mean, but I still had like 2 or 3 really good stories that we could...
No, plot, hand, now.
I mean, okay. All right. So I guess the villain is in a place called Rain Base or something? Is that good?
More.
And you get to go there. And it's a 3-day journey, so while you're waiting, you can go see some more stuff.
No. One day.
All right. Well, that's what you're gonna do then, I guess. Fucking, you're just going in. Fine, have it. Who cares? I didn't have stories for you anyway. But all right, on another note.
Alabasta, a once grand and prosperous kingdom, is now fading away in a whirlwind of sand and blood. Koza, a soon-to-be rebel commander, stands before the king once again, begging on behalf of the dead. There is nothing I can do. Those words ring in Koza's head. Only when witness to the ruthlessness of the king's cruelty can he truly come to the realization that Alabasta must fall. These set of episodes revolve around 2 points. On one end, Luffy and the gang find themselves trapped by Crocodile, and on the other end is a civil war of Alabasta, with Bon Clay's impersonating King Cobra in order to provoke the rebel army. The real king is missing and the entire kingdom is on their way to take his throne. The royal army has no choice but to fight, and we're left with the war cries on both sides, ready for one last battle. So, yay, we finally got plot.
Yeah, plot. We got back to the plot.
All right, so Mr. 3. Oof.
Mr. 3? That's where we want to start, huh?
He's alligator food.
Yeah.
He gave it a valiant effort.
Mr. Crocodile really didn't appreciate him barging in on his meeting.
For a second, it looked like he was going to be fine. And then Crocodile was finally like, you goddamn moron. You let them live.
Mr. 3 even comes out here. He's like, yeah, dude, I figured that after I failed my mission, you were probably going to try to come kill me or something. So I decided to come back here and explain myself and ask for a second chance. And then Crocodile literally looks him dead ass. He's just like, no, I just wanted you dead. What is this I hear about failing a mission? And
then Mr. 3, takes that shovel and digs a little deeper into his own hole and goes, well, they're all alive. They all got away. None of them are dead. Then Crocodile's like, they're what? and then Crocodile tries to like salvage his own confidence in Mr. 3. And he goes, well, surely you killed like 1 or 2 of them, right? And Mr. 3's just sitting there like, no, I didn't kill any of them.
That's really funny because he said he's like they outnumbered me. There was a guy with a long nose and a tiny duck. It was impossible for me to win.
The information was wrong.
It was impossible for me to handle.
I also like that not caring about Mr. 3 because it shows how important he is to Crocodile. Crocodile's first instinct is actually like, so that's why the Unluckies haven't come back yet, showing who he really cares about in this company.
He's like stumbling into so much just like shit he should have already known.
Like, come on, man.
This was a low point for Crocodile, dude.
It really is. And the only reason why he came out on top is because he's got the suck no jutsu. Like,
the suck no jutsu.
Maybe. Well, we're onto that, right? Let's discuss this fruit since we're onto this.
Yeah,
I still think my theory is the way it is. It's the sand fruit. It literally is controlling the sands of time, and that's how he's killing people. He's not drying them out. He's aging them.
I still feel like that's a really interesting point of view on the topic. because most people would just say that no, yeah, he's clearly just dehydrating fuckers.
I mean, it fits in the theme of the Sands of Time, because, like, Prince of Persia, that game where you use literally the Sands of Time to rewind time or accelerate it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
While I appreciate your insight, Devin, you are factually wrong.
You are in fact wrong.
I'm gonna chime in here and say he's not entirely wrong.
All right, you gonna dilly dally here?
I'm gonna dilly dally here.
Sure.
We're not gonna talk about it here, but you are both right and wrong. I'm sorry. I'm keep it vague, but you are onto something. I tell you what. You are onto something.
Oh, is this like we're gonna revisit this in like 300 episodes when?
Yeah, it might be.
Oh my god.
Maybe.
It might be.
What?
Maybe.
Oh
It very well might be.
Don't worry about it.
So what you're telling me is this: he's probably going to get an upgrade later on that allows him to
Is
time
Crocodile
travel.
going to be a good guy? Crocodile's going to be a good guy one day, isn't he?
I don't know about all this.
He's gonna be a good guy, man. Now you're just fucking crazy. That's
Yeah,
stupid.
I'm crazy.
No, it won't be an upgrade, but just don't worry about it.
Someone gets an upgrade.
I hate this. I'm with you now, Devin. I hate this.
Right?
I would never lie to you. Anyway, so
You're
yeah,
not right right now. You're right in 500 episodes.
I've literally never lied to you ever, not once.
Remember that time you said that one character wasn't going to be, prevalent ever again?
I've never lied to you twice.
Or when the bug bite didn't matter.
I've never lied to you thrice.
Fool me once, shame on me. Or no, shame on you.
All right, so Crocodile ate the Suna fruit, which allows him to control sand at will, and it's a very interesting power because Gaara no Jutsu out here.
But he also is like Smoker because he himself am sand. I mean, it's kind of hard to miss that when his head gets cut off, and it's just like, lol, look at me, I'm not dead.
Lol, look at me, I turned to dust and came back, and now I am me again.
Yeah. Well, Smoker does it all the time.
Right?
We already know someone who can do that.
So this is now what, the third that we've met between Ace, Smoker, and now Crocodile that have those really sweet seeming powers where they just kind of exist as a thing and an element.
What do you mean? You don't. Are you forgetting about that random goon girl from the movie who can turn herself to water or whatever the fuck?
The fucking water chick.
How dare
dude.
you? Put some respect on her name.
No.
Shut the I
Disrespect
hate you.
your surroundings.
The one that Nami beat by putting her
By
in a
putting her in a
fucking
jar.
jar.
Holy shit, is that how Smoker's going to get defeated? They're all just going to get jarred?
Stop it.
Everyone gets it.
Stop that
Everyone
right
get
now.
your pickles. Pour them out. We going on.
I hate this. I hate this rabbit hole that we're putting ourselves
You
in.
did this to me.
Well, memes aside, they do fight, and I want to hear how you think Luffy or Sanji or whoever is going to start fighting this crocodile man.
Here's your answer. Whack.
Whack. Quack.
Quack. Quack. Quack. Quack. Quack. Quack.
Quack. Quack. Quack. Quack. Quack. Quack. Quack. Quack. Quack.
Karu saves the day, confirmed. Karu's the main character. Karu's the One Piece.
You
Karu.
joke.
For you younger people out there, look up Mighty Ducks.
Hell yeah.
Hey.
Like a Mighty Ducks. I didn't realize that's why we were quacking. I thought we were just like,
Yeah. That's the chant. That's the chant for Mighty Ducks. They just quack onto the ice, dude.
Well, I want to talk about Karu. What a fucking homie, dude.
Hell yeah.
This man is like the Roadrunner duck man of legend. And as soon as he made it to the castle too, I just want to point out what a hydro homie. I am a hydro homie. This man is gulping down water like it's nobody's business.
Guzzling.
He be guzzling.
So the point of Karo was that he brought a letter to the king via, just running his ass through the desert.
Vivi wanted to send a message over to the king, which I think we saw in the last set of episodes, right? Not these. Not
Yeah.
this
I want to say it was 2 sets ago.
Yeah. So after Vivi made the message, then Karu went ahead and ran that son bitch all the way to Alubarda, the capital of Alabasta, and made sure that Cobra, Chaka, and Pell were made aware of the situation, who was running the whole fucking the Stig, and what's going on in the kingdom. And Cobra and the rest of them are like, dude, we know where we have to be. Fuck this castle. Fuck everything. We're going straight to the source. We're going to get Crocodile, baby. And that was actually kind of hype. I kind of forgot about that scene because that's not how I remember the rest of the arc playing out. And little did I know, like 2 episodes later, they explain what ends up happening.
It's because they don't do it. That's the reason why. It's because they don't do that. They're just like, lol, psych. Everything we said we were going to do, we're just going to send one amazing fucking A10 warthog of a fruit power.
And so he sent the one in the Hawkman himself, Bird
Fruit,
off to scout the lands. And, he's a fighter jet.
He's a fighter. He is the embodiment of America.
Literally just has machine guns that materialize out of nowhere.
On top of the fact of makes fighter jet noises when he flies by.
I have never had a harder erection for a country that was not the United States than I did when I saw Pell.
and then it went super flaccid when he gets defeated 3 minutes later.
And then he gets defeated 2 minutes later, dude. So there are 2 things I want to point out before we get to the defeat. Number 1 is that Pell, if you notice when he was talking about his devil fruit, he ate the bird fruit model Falcon, which I think this is the first of the Zoan types that just define models. So there are other bird fruits.
It implies that they're manufactured.
It does imply that, doesn't it? There might be more on that later, much later. And then point number 2 is he makes a very specific note about his fruit that only like 6 devil fruit are imbued with the power of flight like his is. I want to clarify that. I think he's talking about if you take away the model portion of the devil fruit, then yes. Like, the bird fruit is a devil fruit that can give you the power of flight. But I would venture a guess to say that there's, like, literally 20 variants of devil fruit.
Smoker himself can fly.
Yeah, like, Smoker can fucking fly. So I think he might either specifically be talking about Zoans or specifically be talking about a subsect of Zoan or, like...
I believe he's talking about a specific one where they're dedicated to flying rather than just like having the ability to fly.
Yeah.
But that's just speculation. Maybe Oda didn't think this through, and eventually he was like, "All right, maybe there's more than 6."
And then of course we get a reintroduction of everyone's favorite mysterious brunette, Miss All Sunday, rocking that sweet cowgirl costume. Coming out of nowhere and showing off her devil fruit, which is the hara no mi if you're Japanese, and it's the flower fruit if you are reading it in English translation. And she can sprout body parts like flowers.
So how'd she make that explosion happen?
Well, I'll counter with this. Not that it's much of a counter. It's more like, in addition to the scene with the explosion, if you look back, there was a point where she first introduced herself to the rest of the Straw Hats, and they all start to like draw their weapons. And if you remember, everyone got immediately disarmed, and the animators made very specific care not to like show too much or whatever. Maybe they didn't already know at that point, but I'm sure they did. But everyone got disarmed, and they didn't show how they got disarmed. So now we know the reason they got disarmed is because she like just fucking sprouted 30 fucking hands from, off screen or behind their backs and threw their weapons out of their hands or whatever.
Yep.
If a billion hands come out of the ground or out of my body and take my weapons away from me, how am I not going to draw attention to that?
Well, I'd like to equate it to sort of sleight of hand. And like, since in that scene, everyone's literally staring at her like this is the enemy. She just killed Igrum, and their focus is way too straight. And she easily took advantage of that and just like disarmed them real quick before they had a chance to fight.
Yeah. I agree 100%, Jordy. Fuck you, Devin. I'm just kidding.
So did she kill Pell? That's what I want to know. Like, we heard his back crack, but we all know anime lies.
No, honestly, her ability is honestly one of my favorites because it just goes to show that when you are one of those brutal, like brute style powers, she can just kind of make you she can just kind of immobilize
the title of
you.
her fruit, you would never guess that is how it would end up working.
Yeah,
This is why
I
like
would
it.
agree with. That I agree
The flower
with.
fruit lets you spring body parts not only off of yourself but other people. Not like you summon flowers or something like that. You
Right.
summon your own body part. Well,
That's why I said it's like some Lovecraftian weird shit
Yeah.
going on.
It's
Like,
some wacky shit.
that's
though,
why it's
isn't it?
one of the most entertaining fruits to me. It's because you would never in 100 years guess like she can grow her own body parts. Like what?
And she throws shade at Pell, dude. She goes, "This is the strongest of Alabasta."
Mhm.
This is
Two.
the strongest Alabasta has, and then just fucking knocks that son of a bitch to the ground. What
he
a
also just like
goon.
as a like character design looks awesome, and then they
I
just
know.
spit on him. Like
They make
that.
him.
It's
I
just
mean,
like,
for lack of a better term, they make him look like a peregrine falcon.
right?
So, in addition to Chaka Pell getting revealed all Sunday and Crocodile, we also obviously re-met our favorite Smoky Boy Smoker, who happened to be chasing the Straw Hats through Rain. What's the town called again? I forget.
Base.
Okay, so yeah, so in Rain Base, fucking Smoker and Tashigi and the rest of the Marines were chasing our favorite Straw Hatty boys, and they all got split up, whatever. And as they're running through town and rain dinners, fucking nonsense is happening, gags left and right, and then eventually they get shown they are the guest of honors, and they all follow them over to their VIP lounge. And fucking before we even get to the next part, I gotta talk about this stupid shit. The VIP lounge, as soon as they run down the hallway, there's literally two signs that say the left is for the VIPs and the right is for pirates. And of course, because this is One Piece, what do our pro tags do? Well, we're pirates, so of course we gotta go to the right. And,
I like to
it's not
believe both. I like to believe that both hallways go to the same place.
yeah, like both of them would have just been a pitfall. I mean, that would have been fine, I guess. That would have been better. But oh my god, the funniest thing too is like it wasn't that long of a hallway. Like they could have like looked.
Brendan, I am not surprised that these people run with their head facing down. Look
Yeah,
how many times they lose each other.
They're like toddlers that just run without looking.
They literally run head first, but face down, like they're swimming. Like,
Oh my god. Fine, whatever. Okay, so then pitfall happens, and Smoker can fly, but in this particular space, I guess he falls because reasons.
The walls of the pitfall had the stone in it too.
All right, before we get to the stone, well, maybe he could have fallen, but he was like, Luffy's going down there. That means I get to go down there too.
Don't you dare give me that. He did the whole same thing like the rest of them. He was like, no, I don't want to fall. Don't you fucking dare give me that.
I don't know what happened here, to be honest. The writers or Oda himself, I don't think Oda wrote this scene. Did he? Did you read the manga for this chapter?
I'm like 90% sure
Did this chase happened?
I'm pretty sure it did, yes.
All
Pretty
right.
much this
So
exact
Oda himself goes, how do I get these people stuck in a jail cell? And he said, all right, fuck it. I'm just going to run through a casino and fall in a pit. Nah, I'm not going to explain it. I have a deadline, all right? I get it.
That's
feel it.
fair. So they land in a jail cell. So now they're all together, right? And the thing I originally wanted to talk about was we also got introduced to a fancy mineral called sea prism stone.
Mm-hmm.
is it an area of effect thing, or is it a only untouched thing that stops them?
I've always thought of it as kryptonite. If it touches you, you're like you're poop brain, and if it's around you, you're weak.
The touch is like the super effective. Like it's like if you get cut, it's like shit. All right, but if you're around a knife, you're like, I got to be careful. That's the effect here. Where the power is like, I can't interact with this thing. They did explicitly say it's an aura.
Yes, and I definitely feel like I'm picking up what you're putting down. But regardless, so we were introduced to Sea Prism Stone. It has the same aspects or properties of the ocean, and it can basically make Devil Fruit users become powerless. That is what it is. And Smoker happens to have a little bit at the tip of his spear that he keeps away from himself because he doesn't want to accidentally beef himself, and he pokes Luffy with it. So that's how they can be stuck in the prison, and Crocodile gets to do his crocodile-y thing and just taunt our heroes the whole fucking time.
And we get a villain monologue about what their plan is.
Yo, no, stop. This is what I love the most.
No. He does it, but then they give us the actual scenes of his plan unfolding instead, which is what I like.
God, please
Which
don't
is better.
Don't
Way
give me
better.
fucking 10 minutes of
It's
a villain
leagues
monologuing
better.
the plan. Just show me the fucking plan and then cut back to the heroes.
We cut back and Crocodile goes, so,
Pretty good plan, right?
That's good shit, right?
It's a pretty good plan.
All right. So this was his plan. He called it Operation Utopia, which implies that he's
But he wants to usurp it and rebuild it in his own image. But yeah, so we got the fucking ship that flew out of fucking nowhere, just so happened to have all these weapons on it. Bon Clay became fake king, and then what did Mr. Four do? Was he even in this ep?
I think at the end of one of the episodes that him and Merry Christmas were in charge of capturing the king in the first place. They don't show us how it happened. They just tell us that it happened.
You know, even though we kind of glossed over it, I do want to say I really vibed with the way they tried to give you the narrative of Koza's like story at the beginning of the last ep we watched, 107. You know, it starts off with Koza originally working in what's it called? It's not Aruba. What's the town again? Yuba. Sorry, working in Yuba with his old man, just trying to like fucking make ends meet in the drought, as you do. And Koza's like, dude, I didn't come out here to believe in a king. I came out here to start something real for people. I came out here to, do something great. And there are whispers that the king's fucking us, and if he's not fucking us, he sure as shit ain't helping us. And it's like, I could kind of vibe with where you're coming from, big guy. I mean, I feel it.
And the scene where he's confronting the king again in the throne room after he's already grown up, it's a pretty good scene.
You haven't changed a bit from the old days, have you?
Yes, I have. Now I can fight. And I swear, I'll come back here. And when I do, I'm gonna take your reign from you.
It's pretty good.
I've grown up to be a man.
He realizes that nothing's really changed for him.
I think that's like one of his demons that you're supposed to get as a viewer is like Koza recognizes that his position in the rebel army and what he's trying to do, he faces his own conflictions and fails to completely buy into what he wants to do and the solution he wants to come up with. And it isn't until they finally go all in on the main climactic moment between him and Fake King, where Fake King shoots him and Koza doesn't realize what's going on. And this is like what he was pissed off the most about, and what he kept saying to Cobra was, do you have any...
Don't you understand? Don't you know how these people felt as they died of thirst? They felt no hatred or anger towards you. It isn't the king's fault this is happening to us. He's a great leader. Those were the words on their lips as they died. They never lost faith in you. But now, you come here and apologize, and what happens to their faith? At least have the decency to lie and say you're innocent.
And even he wasn't even 100% sure. He's leading the rebel army, and he was like, it's not that I know he's being a fucker. It's just that he's not making the right enough decisions, and something's got to change. And this is...
Well, it's setting up the perfect martyr in Crocodile's plan.
Yes, it is.
It's fun thinking about Koza's internal conflict here, where he's like, he wants to help the people, but in order to help the people, he has to burn down the country. And that was the thing Brendan was trying to talk about, where like in the beginning, he was like, can I really kill all these people and burn this country to save the other side of the people? And eventually he was like, yes, I guess we got to burn it down.
But it's also interesting just seeing it, like us as a viewer, seeing how much of a pawn he's being used, and he doesn't even know it.
And that's where Vivi comes in, because Vivi is essentially where the viewer's at, and she understands. She sees the whole map right there, and she's pretty much crying and like just exasperated because she can't do anything about it. And it was a really fun scene watching her like start crawling, where she's like, I can still crawl, right? You got me tied up. That doesn't mean nothing to me.
Poor Vivi, dude. Like she's just trying out here.
Yeah, she is.
With the whole scene, though, between Koza and seeing the king, I'm still surprised that Koza didn't catch on to that it wasn't the actual king. For the sense of, we as the audience, I mean, granted, Koza wasn't privy to the conversation. When he first, as a little boy, yelled at the king about, just venting, threatening to try and, beat him up, you know what I mean? The king says, like, the whole the reason all Koza's doing is saying what the people want to, or trying to say to the king, and so that's why he wasn't getting mad. So seeing the king react negatively towards him I feel like it should have really set, I don't know, like.
Well, he was looking for a reason to fight. That's the thing here. Like, he was on the edge. He was in between both sides here. He was like, he wants to fight, but he doesn't want to do it against the king. And the king basically gave him an excuse, and his rational mind wasn't there. And he was just like, all right, I guess we're fighting.
Oh, yeah, I could see that.
At this point, I feel like, I mean, obviously that's always going to be kind of a throwaway plot point or argument that, you know, rational thoughts being thrown out, that they're thinking irrationally, so you can't really hold them too accountable. But I feel like what the 107 did well was they tried very hard to paint you a picture of Koza descending into his frustration and his own personal madness and his uncertainty towards his own goal and his own ambition, all culminating into the point where he finally faced the king. Well, faced fake king, and evidently got shot, and then decided this is it. Yeah, gained the conviction he needed, and I really like that about 107. Very, very nice narrative. Mwah.
Like once I saw him get shot, like I just was like, okay, whatever, he'll be up in like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
like because again, we already confirmed bullets don't work.
Guns don't work.
I mean, the bullets work. They don't kill. We need to change that. The bullets don't kill.
Press X to doubt.
Bullets hurt. Bullets wound. They never kill.
Unless you're in a flashback. If you're in a flashback, you're getting gatted.
No character is safe in the flashback.
Before we get too far away from like internal conflict and stuff, I found it quite interesting in the first episode, 104, when Crocodile's explaining to his agents about the Operation Utopia, and he finally lets on to the rest of them that the Straw Hats are going to be a problem. Crocodile's like, yeah, you see those guys? They gotta die. But and everyone's like, all right. But like Bon Clay has a face where you can actually see he's like, probably for the first time during this job, he's visibly conflicted about having to kill people, because even though it was a short, like, I don't know, 20 minutes or whatever that they were hanging out on the boat together, you know, he was having a grand old time, and he actually like legitimately loves these guys, and now he learns that he has to kill them, otherwise crocodiles can murder him.
See, I didn't really read that from him. I read from him like where he's realizing, like, well, I could see where you're coming from, but like what I saw him was like the realization of like, holy shit, like I actually ran into them, and I can't believe me being such a goon didn't realize this. Like, I was right next to him. I could have stopped everything to make our lives easier. But then obviously plot.
I'm going to say I am 100% in Devin's camp on this, but I love that interpretation, and I'm flipping sides. Fuck that. That is amazing.
I agree.
Yeah, no. When I saw it, he looked very much in pain at the realization. Because
you're absolutely right. Yeah, he looks very
them.
Upset with himself, and I mean, there are different ways to read, confliction or whatever. I've always just read that scene as, God damn it, I can't believe I messed up this bad. But I like yours so much more.
And they keep reiterating the fact that they still don't know who Sanji is.
Mm-hmm. Even though Bon Clay met him.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
Sanji
didn't.
Wasn't on the boat?
He does not reveal Sanji's face when he scrolls through everybody that he knows.
Sanji's always out of the scene whenever anybody with the Baroque folks interact with the Straw Hats. Sanji wasn't there when he was fighting, when they were fighting Five and all of them. He was in the kitchen when they met Bon Clay. He wasn't awake when Zoro was fighting all the goons. He's effectively never been there.
Fucking how?
I just explained it. I literally just explained it.
That's what I mean. I understand you explained it, but it's just like, I was going to bitch about that. I was like, how they saw him on the boat, but you're saying he was in the kitchen? And I'm sitting there thinking, how on earth has this goon just like glided by without being realized?
And he himself keeps saying it. He goes, they still don't know I exist, by the way.
And again, not in the cell with the rest of the goons as well. He's out there.
See?
Surprise, surprise, he's going to kick it open.
Sanji's going to be the fucking rogue agent.
Sanji, as always, is going to be the one that comes and saves the day.
He has just a natural stealth score of like 80.
And we get the beginning here, running joke for future reference. Chopper's seen as a pet.
Yeah.
First
have
time.
A pet reindeer.
They've got this pet reindeer.
I also like the fact of like how like even Crocodile like explained his plan, but like they did the cutaway of like everyone just realizing the plan afterwards. and like giving the secret missions, which I'm really excited to see like what else is on those, super secret written down missions.
They're all accounted for at this point, except for the only ones who might have an additional task are probably one and shit. What was her code name? Blue hair.
No, they were in charge of the ship.
Right, but I'm saying they may have one. They're the only ones who might have like another thing, right? Like the only Merry Christmas and 4, they're in charge of stealing the dude, and then it's Bon Clay's job to be the dude. Yeah, so like pretty much all of their missions have been accounted for.
See, I thought there was gonna be like secondary objectives.
I feel like the secondary objective is just running interference. Just making sure everything stays in place.
Which they do with that small child that they murder, allegedly.
Yep.
I don't think the kids die. Come on. They don't kill a kid.
Could you imagine, though? Could you imagine if they didn't kill Koza, but they fucking murdered that kid?
Yeah, no, like, I wrote down, I was like, did they just kill a kid? Like in One Piece? One Piece?
Did they just kill a Kobe?
Murder a Kobe?
Could you imagine? I feel like I am good on most of the topics we've covered here today. Do we have any other?
There's a Panda Man in these episodes, by the way.
I saw it on the slot machine.
There's a drunk Panda Man in the casino.
Really? There was?
Yeah. There's I think he walks arm in arm with another drunk guy, or like their arms are around each other's shoulder or something like that.
Oh, I didn't catch that one.
But it's somewhere in the casino when they're running through.
I do have another thought for question. So when we get to Crocodile's casino place, there's like a massive lake, obviously, because giant crocodiles there. And since we know he sucks the water out of things, is the water dead people? And is the water also just the stolen rain from the rest of the country?
That is an interesting thought.
That is very interesting.
It's a good idea. Don't they specify though that rain base is like one of the only places specifically getting rain still though?
I'm going to hit you with this one, Devin. I don't remember, but you're probably not wrong.
All right. Well, seems like we have nothing else here, right?
I'm pretty good.
I think we're good.
We're pretty good. All right. Next week episodes are 108 to 110. So let's start with these quotes.
I have kind of a few quotes. I'll start with my favorite like hit one was from episode 1 when Luffy and Vivi are fighting, and it really hits Vivi when Luffy finally does the whole like we're friends, aren't we? And I understand that that's probably not viable, but I really like when Vivi finally breaks down and starts like tearing up or whatever, and then Luffy just like fucking deadass goes like, look, you can cry. And he even like tells her, he's like, I know how much this hurts you. You want to get Crocodile the most. Let's just fucking do it. And she's just like bawling. She's like, oh, I know, let's fucking do it. I'm tired of this shit.
I forgot about it where he does say like you tears, because if you think about it, she hasn't cried one bit. All she does is frowned.
No, she's been trying to be the super strong princess. The only time we've seen her cry was in her backstory that one time at the summit after she got punched by the king dude or whatever, and then was like...
I mean, I feel like we've seen her like tear up, but she hasn't like flat out bawled like that before.
She keeps biting her lip.
Yeah.
She always bites her lips and starts bleeding. Always.
Mm-hmm.
And then... the next one I got is in episode 2 when they're I think it's when the Baroque Works goons are like leaving. They're going to meet with Crocodile or whatever, and I think it's Mr. 2 that says it. He's like, I can't put my finger on it, but something stinks. I can't help but feel like something's lurking in the shadows, as the camera pans to Mr. 3 literally just tailing them, rope and all, like to their carriage or whatever. Fucking idiots, I tell you. And then the third one I got really caught me off guard. I had to repeat it. Okay, so This was by Usopp in episode 3 when they were running in the casino. It was so fast. This man flames Smoker so hard when they're running away from him in the middle of the casino. As they're being chased, he turns around and goes, "What's that refugee from an ashtray doing following us all the way out here?"
Great! What's that refugee from an ashtray doing in a casino in Rain Base?
If you ask me, I'd say he's developed a special affection for Luffy here.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, I heard that one too. Dude, the dubs go in.
Apparently.
What a fucking man, dude.
Wow.
On the topic of silly dubs, another silly dub, which is one of my quotes. So they're in the cage, right? And Luffy keeps trying to escape, and Nami's like, "You gotta stop doing this, you idiots. We're trying to get out of here. Think of something smarter." And then Crocodile calls her out, and she says she calls her high-spirited.
You're certainly a high-spirited young lady.
Whatever. You better go ahead and enjoy yourself while you've still got the time, mister. Because when these fellas get out of here, they're gonna kick your smug butt up and down the Grand Line like a flabby beach ball. Right, Luffy?
Yeah! You better believe we will, buddy!
You better believe it, buddy.
What the heck? Oh, I gotta start watching the dub.
I love that stupid shit.
The dub lines are pretty good.
Oh, man.
Well, since I'm doing mine, my other one is when the little kid is trying to join the rebel army, and he keeps spouting things like he's not afraid and wanting to die or whatever, and then Koza goes, "Oh, hold up there, son.
Fight! I'm not scared of getting injured or even dying! That's where you're different from us and why I can't let you join our ranks. We're all afraid and none of us want to fight. Well, why do you fight then, Koza? We don't do it because we want to. We do it because we have to. Because that's what our country needs us to do. Whether you understand that or not makes little difference, so just leave."
And it's a pretty good moment coming from the leader here.
I feel it.
Flabby beach ball.
You better believe it, buddy.
I had two. The first one is what's it called? When they're just getting into the what's it called? The casino, and like Luffy's screaming at the top of his lungs, "Crocodile, where are you?" And then they, immediately afterwards, everyone else catches up to him saying like, stop screaming. You're not going to find him. And then they all start screaming after a moment of realizing,
Whoa, hold on. Without Vivi, we don't even know what Crocodile looks like.
Now that you mention it, where is Vivi?
Vivi! Crocodile! Come out!
just
good
let
bit.
Shriek hit him.
Because they realize, they go, "Wait a minute, we don't know what he looks like."
They have no idea what they're doing.
Finally,
Oh,
we've
God.
realized.
This is what happens when you try to rush the plot. This is it.
Get him Maddie.
But then my other one is kind of like a little edgy one, which is from Crocodile when they're trapped in the cage, which is you're going to die together, so why not get along first? Because I just love the execution of it, because it's just so it's just so, I don't know what about it. It just hits different.
I feel it. It's got that menacing tone.
It's this menace, but like just mocking tone. Crocodiles, I'm really liking a lot.
Ooh,
in
good,
terms
good.
of the villains so far, just from how he portrays
even with those few hiccups of like, how the fuck did you not know that Mr. 3 didn't fucking kill the Straw Hats? Even with those few fuck ups in there.
Yes, I will not forgive him for the fact that as a person who should be like the most secure, the most, roguish, and being the most blind, but at the same time, I think at the end of the day, he does make a goddamn good villain.
Yeah, we like to see it. Hell yeah.
I have two quotes. The first of which is when they fall into the VIP pirate trap. And they're all falling, and each of them has their own dumb thing that they say.
This is certainly unexpected!
I can't believe we fell for this old trick.
It's an outbreak of my old. I end up swimming when I fall into a dark pit disease! I hate trapdoors!
God damn it, Usopp.
And then Luffy falls in after him. My second quote though is along the same lines of Devin's. It's a crocodile quote.
If you listen closely, I wager you can hear the howls of the kingdom, and they all scream the same thing. Protect Alabasta. Protect Alabasta. Protect Alabasta.
Stop it! Oh, you're so cruel!
It's heartbreaking, isn't it? Their love for the kingdom will be what destroys it.
It was so cool how they showed that too, because what they did was that you just hear the voiceover of Crocodile going, "Protect Alabasta," and you see a still of the rebel army in complete rage, and you see "Protect Alabasta," and then a new still of Chaka and the king army, preparing to defend the castle and all that stuff, and he's just the one on top, fucking being the little puppet master, and he's just going, they're all trying to protect what they want to protect their country, but they're going to be the ones that tear it all apart.
But that's what sets him, like, as a villain so much higher on a pedestal versus anything we've seen before now. Like, all the other villains that we've dealt with, they've just been like strong, really. This guy is just like, he's methodical. He's physically strong. We know it because of how his fruit, power works in general. And two, just how like his execution of his plans, they're just ruthless.
They're ruthless and they're so well thought out. Like that, we got Kuro, master of 1,000 plans. What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude.
This dude's got a several year plan because he explicitly states he's like Baroque works. Its entire point has been for me to take over Alabasta the entire time. Every single thing you've done up to this point has been for the single sole purpose of me taking over this country.
Which is a funny revelation where Bon Clay goes, wait a minute, that the bounty hunters were led by a pirate the whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about that, did we?
One that's endorsed by the government, no less.
Yep.
And they're immediately like, oh, really? You're the guy? And he essentially gives them the equivalent of like, you got a problem with that? And they go, nope, we're good.
It's kind of funny too, because they're in a secret room inside his casino.
They're surprised that it's Crocodile.
Yeah. You think at a certain point.
Yeah, and that's the golden ham in the tone of villains. I would like to finally put Crocodile up there.
Do it.
I agree.
Yeah. Crocodile absolutely is the second best villain, followed
playing 5D chess
shortly after Buggy. But
Did we give it to another villain?
Kuro definitely has one.
All right, so we gave it to Kuro first.
And technically Django does too. Actually, a lot of bad guys have it, don't they? Well, we definitely gave it to Geen. We definitely gave one to Geen at one point.
Oh shit, we did, right? Damn, I'm forgetting everything.
Also,
come on,
probably if not the same episode, but closely following it, we gave it to oh god,
Hachi.
No, Hachan.
Oh, Hachi.
All right.
Yeah, Hachan.
All right, Dylan, you're gonna delete all that, right? I'm looking like a fool here.
Delete the evidence that I'm a whole ass fool.
I'm looking like a real fool, thinking this is the first villain.
This is not.
Crocodile wins.
Crocodile.
Yep. So if you want to see a photo that we're going to be uploading to Instagram, we have an Instagram now. And follow us on Twitter.
I don't think we're done. It sounds like Jordy wants to do something else here.
Oh, shit.
No.
Was there been?
I'm done.
You kept making it sound like you wanted to do like a Brendan trivia or something.
No,
Nope.
you would have done that before the ham.
Yeah, I would have done that before.
Yeah, Christian, get your shit together. Come on.
God,
Yeah, that's not
fucking
cool.
Christ, get us back
animal.
on the plot.
Crocodile, where are you?
Vivi, where are you? Crocodile, where are you? All right, are we done?
We're done.